Okay, so I thought I'd do another video today, giving you my thoughts on ICO and Shadow of the Colossus, the classic collection for the PlayStation 3. Originally two PS2 games that I never got around to playing. I really did like the look of them when they were on the PS2, but I don't know why I never got around to getting them. A lot of my friends had Shadow of the Colossus, and that being the main one out of the two that I wanted to play. And I remember them saying it was really good. It was unlike anything they've played before. And yeah, that was said, and then I never got around to it again. I got the PS3, and that's where we are now. But then as Sony released this, it reminded me of all the time that I did want the game and my friends' recommendations of it. So I thought I'd had to get it. So that is probably the main reason I got it, for Shadow of the Colossus. But what has surprised me with this is ICO. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know what it was about. I knew they had different game styles than anything else played before, because it's the same studio, like the Japan studio that made both the games. They're also making The Last Guardian, which is due out. It was getting put back on the PS3. It was supposed to be originally this year, but now there isn't a fixed date on it at all. So hopefully that'll be good when that comes out. But yeah, all the same makers, and I was really enjoying ICO. I completed it the other day. It's only a short little game, but it was a good experience for me. I've never played anything quite like it. It's just ICO. He's a boy. He's taken to this castle. He's been been banished to this castle because he's got horns attached to him, and everyone else, they supposedly take all these kids with horns to this castle just to banish them away, keep them away from everyone. But while he's there, he kind of escapes his cage, and he meets Yorda, I think her name is. Yep, a young girl, Yorda. She's kind of like you don't really know much about her. She's like a shadowy girl. She doesn't speak this right language. You can't understand her, but there's something about her that kind of interests ICO. So him and her set off to escape the castle. It's a really puzzly game. It's not really your action adventure type platformer. It's mainly puzzles. I'd say you have to figure out ways of getting Yorda, because Yorda can't really do much herself. You have to hold her hand to run, to take her places. You have to keep calling her. You have to help her up. You can jump and you can do the platforming, like shimmy across ledges, climb around, but she can't do any of that, so you have to help her up places. And yeah, I hadn't played anything like it before, and I did really enjoy it. I recommend you get it because it's a lot different than what I've played before. So really, the story as well is really powerful, I thought. Even though you can't really understand, there's not much dialogue in the whole game at all, and you don't understand anything that Yorda says, but you get that feeling that you know what's happening, you know how she's feeling. And yeah, it does really well to bring out emotions in people. One of the most emotional endings to a game I've played. I won't spoil it for you, but it's really good. I really recommend that. On to Shadow of the Colossus then. I started playing it the other day, and I'm blown away already. I'm so happy I got this collection, because I've never played anything like it really. In my mind I thought battling the Colossi would be like, not all the time, it would be like a boss fight, but you would have a lot of like platforming, action, adventuring at all. It's not like that at all. It's the whole game is just Colossus after Colossus. I haven't completed it yet, so I don't know if it's going to stay like that, but I really am enjoying it so far. Each time you come to another Colossus, it's got like a different animal theme to it. So I've just done a big like bird eagle thing that was flying over a lake. So each time you get there, you have to figure out how you can get onto it and climb up the body of it. So yeah, it's a really good game. The graphics are top-end PS2 games. It was 2006 or 2005, I think, that it came out, so it was right at the end of the PS2's life cycle. So it's given you everything the PS2 was able to do. And yeah, obviously it looks like a PS2 game, but as they've remastered both games do look a lot fresher. Even though ICO was 2001, so it is a 10-year-old game now. But it does show that, but it doesn't look as you would think for a 10-year-old game. They do hold up well. ICO obviously is a bit dated with combat system, and the occasional bug and glitch, and the graphics aren't amazing, but they have spruced them up a lot in this HD collection. Shadow of Colossus looks really good. Occasional bug here and there, but still great. I really do recommend you get the two if you haven't played them like I didn't, or if you did play them but just want an upgrade. Obviously it'll be better to get them in HD. You don't want to keep playing your PS2 to play these two great games. So yeah, I really recommend you go out and grab this game. It's getting really cheap now, and there's been a bit of a debate going on a lot of websites about if Sony are right in bringing out these HD collection of games. That you've had Prince of Persia, the Splinter Cell, Tomb Raider, the Sly collection, the God of War collection, which started it all off. There's Jack and Daxter collection has just been announced. It'll be Jack 1, Jack 2 and Jack 3 from the PS2 games, from the PS2. And personally I'm looking forward to that, because those were three of my favourite games on the PS2. And although I can see people's point where instead of focusing on these old games, the developers should be focusing more, instead of hyping up and making their older games HD, things like that, they should be moving on to new games, new ideas, and bringing out new stuff. But I don't personally agree with that, because bringing out these games, this is a prime example, gives people who haven't had the chance to play these games on the PS2 a chance now to play them. Maybe they weren't interested in them when they were on the PS2, but after reading reviews of it, hearing hype from friends, things like that, getting recommended to it, it's now a perfect chance to play those games that you've missed out on. So yeah, I really do recommend these HD collections. The only other one I've got is the Prince of Persia trilogy, which is really good again. They've managed to create those games looking more modern, as they are roughly. The first one is about 10 years old now as well. So yeah, I recommend you go out and get these games, especially these ones. I'm going to carry on with Shadow of the Colossus now, because I'm really enjoying it and I can't wait to see what it offers. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.